A new business in Aberdeen is causing concern among some residents because of its location. Ellie Martin talks with the business owner, the mayor, and a member of the city's zoning board about the issue. He has a report.
Yvonne Richard recently opened Gracefully Aging Adult Daycare after putting a lot of work into a 100-plus-year-old home on South Maple Street.
The family members can drop their loved one off, or we can pick them up. So it's getting pretty busy.
Not long after it opened, a Facebook post implied that proper procedures were not followed when the city allowed the business to open its doors in an area zoned for residential use. Mayor Charles Scott says he understands residents' concerns and says it all boils down to different interpretations of the zoning code.
It's important that people feel like they can have their opinion, right, and because they're a citizen. I say the number one thing that we attempt to do, I'm a by the numbers type guy. I go and read, and if my interpretation is not clear, I go to my attorney.
Mayor Scott says the area is zoned R3, which allows for a business such as the daycare as long as clients don't stay overnight. He says the city followed the rules.
The city adopted the international rule manual in 2012. And basically you will first go to that document, and then you'll go from there once you identify what area that you are interested in. And then we will apply, okay, do we have a zoning that have already been addressed for that particular code? And if not, then we will follow through with the code as directed.
But longtime zoning board member Jim Edwards has issues with the process. He says the board voted in January to shut down the business and have the signage removed. He says that decision was ignored.
The zoning board asked the tough questions like, is there proper egress? Is there proper fire suppression? If there was a fire in the kitchen, is there enough suppression to get everybody out in time? All these safety issues raise a red flag, and the zoning board has been not invited to the table to discuss these items. The second item that the zoning board is concerned with is the welfare and public trust. When somebody builds something in the neighborhood, you would assume that they have the proper licenses and zoning clearance. That has not happened here.
Edwards says all legal steps must be followed before any business opens in the city.
For 43 years, the way that the zoning ordinances has been interpreted is businesses are just not allowed in our neighborhoods. Our dwellings are places where people reside, not where you go to work. You go to these dwellings to live, to sleep, to eat, and have a mailbox. It's not a place for people to open up businesses.
Edwards says anyone who's upset with the way things were handled can take their concerns to City Hall and the Board of Aldermen, who could then address the issue. In Aberdeen, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Now, Mayor Scott said the city also uses a zoning ordinance originally adopted in 1979. He says the city is conducting a bottom-up review of its zoning ordinances.